Financial Friday, where money talks and sometimes cracks jokes. Let's be honest, finance can be boring like watching paint dry while listening to hold music. Boring, but that's why I'm here. You see, numbers and economic policies don't have to feel like reading a tax manual written by a robot. Nope, not on my watch. Every Friday, I'm bringing you the biggest financial news, but with a twist. Think of it as Wall Street meets late night comedy. We're talking about tariffs, cryptos, banking, and global markets, but with more laughs and fewer spreadsheets. So buckle up, grab your coffee or something stronger, and let's make financial fun, or at least funnier. Trump calls for tariffs over taxes to boost US economy. Yes, you heard me right. President Trump is proposing a bold strategy to boost the US economy by imposing tariffs on other countries instead of taxing Americans. It's like throwing a party and charging a cover fee for everyone else to come in. Kind of fun, right? Here's an idea. These tariffs could bring in more revenue for the US and protect homegrown industries. It's like protecting your backyard garden from the neighborhood squirrels. Keep your crops safe and watch them grow. By charging other countries a fee to do business with the US, the hope is that it will strengthen the domestic economy and create more jobs. The outlook? Trump's proposal to impose tariffs on other countries instead of taxing Americans could have mixed results. On one hand, it could protect domestic industries and increase US revenue, offering a potential economic boost. On the other hand, it could spark trade wars, raise consumer prices, and strain international relations. The key will be finding a balance that strengthens the US without inviting unwanted consequences. My opinion, I love the idea of charging other countries to come to the party, but let's not forget, it's not just about charging the cover fee, it's about making sure everyone still wants to show up. If handled correctly, this could be a win for the US industries, but there's a fine line between protecting local businesses and starting an international standoff. Now, there's a bit of a caution to consider. While this strategy could work wonders, it could also lead to higher consumer prices or trade tensions. But if the US can balance it right, the approach could pave the way for a more independent and thriving economy. It's all about finding the sweet spot between supporting local industries and keeping the global trade game fair. Next, let's talk about digital assets. Trump signed an executive order focusing on digital assets. You know, digital currency, blockchain, and all the fun stuff that makes you feel like you're on set of a sci-fi movie. This is a huge step towards regulating the digital banking system. Imagine a world where your bank is as secure as a Fort Knox for your online shopping sprees. The order is already in the Federal Register, which is basically the financial version of VIP guest list. The outlook? Trump's executive order regarding digital assets is a major step in regulating digital currencies and blockchain technology. This could pave the way for more secure digital banking systems and open the door for further innovations in the financial sector. As digital currency continues to gain traction, expect regulatory frameworks to become clearer, making digital assets more mainstream. My opinion, I'm excited about the potential for secure, regulating digital banking. It's about time we stop treating digital currency like the Wild West. But, of course, it'll take time to see if this actually leads to a world where we all trust digital transactions as much as we trust our bank accounts. It's definitely a sci-fi movie in the making, but let's hope the plot doesn't have too many twists. And speaking of digital assets, Elon Musk is busy transforming X, formerly known as Twitter, into a super app with Visa. That's right, Musk is turning social media into your new bank. You'll be able to send money to your friends, pay for your coffee, and probably buy a new car, all while tweeting about your favorite conspiracy theory. It's like a PayPal and Twitter had a baby, and that baby was really into cryptocurrency. The outlook: Musk's partnership with Visa to create a super app on X could revolutionize the way we use social media. The integration of payment systems could combine inconvenience and digital finance, creating a seamless experience for users. If successful, it could be a game changer in how people interact with both social media and financial transactions, though it will depend on user adoption and overcoming regulatory challenges. My opinion: if Musk pulls this off, we'll be living in a world where social media is more than just memes and cat videos. Imagine paying for your lunch, booking a flight, and sending money to your friend, all while scrolling through posts. It's the future, but I'm still waiting for the day where I can buy a coffee by tweeting a selfie with my latte. That would be a peak convenience and a peak 2025. Moving on to Canada, the land of maple syrup and now copper. The Canadian government has decided to invest in $41 million into a copper project in Saskatchewan. If you thought Canada was about hockey, Tim Hortons, think again. They're waking up to the riches in their own backyard. And no, I'm not talking about their secret stash of Timbit donuts. This is a huge step toward mining and country's mineral resources. I'm pretty sure the next Canadian tourism slogan will be, "Come for the maple syrup, stay for the copper." The outlook: Canada's investing 41 million in a copper project in strategic move to tap into the country's mineral wealth. With the global demand of copper rising, this could position Canada as a key player in the mining sector. It may also help diversify the Canadian economy and create jobs, especially in Saskatchewan. My opinion: who knew Canada was about more than just hockey and maple syrup? This copper move is a big step towards securing future wealth and reducing reliance on traditional industries. Meanwhile, over in the crypto world, Ripple's court case with the SEC is heading to the Court of Appeals, and the things are getting spicy. The SEC quietly removed the lawsuit from its website, which honestly, it feels like when you delete a post on social media because your mum commented on it and you don't want her to see what you're up to. But hey, Ripple's CEO, Brad Garlinghouse, is out here talking about making XRP a strategic reserve asset for the US. So essentially, he's saying, hey, US government, why not diversify your reserve and throw some crypto in the mix? Because nothing says stable economy like the mixing of traditional reserves with a little bit of digital mayhem. The outlook: Ripple's ongoing case with the SEC could have significant repercussions for the crypto world. If Ripple wins, it could limit the SEC's ability to regulate digital assets, encouraging innovation and clearer guidelines. If the SEC wins, it could solidify its control over crypto, tightening regulations and potentially slowing down the industry's growth. My opinion: the Ripple case is like a financial soap opera, and I can't look away. It's Ripple's win. It could create a new era of digital assets with fewer restrictions. But if the SEC wins, it's a wild ride. But hey, at least we're all watching from the edge of our seats. Speaking of wild rides, let's talk about Iraq. The World Bank has been super busy helping Iraq with a ton of development projects, including water management, electricity, and transportation. I mean, it's almost like the World Bank is a financial version of a superhero swooping in to save the day. They've put money into projects like the Iraqi Social Fund for Development, which helps create jobs and improve access to basic services. It's like they're handing out financial lifelines with one hand and a cup of coffee with another. My outlook: the World Bank investment in Iraq Infrastructure projects will show promise for the country's future economic growth. The country's partnership framework could help stabilize Iraq's economy and promote long-term development. However, potential scenarios under Trump's influence could create significant shifts in Iraq's leadership and governance. My opinion, Iraq's transformation could be dramatic, like a whole new season of a political makeover show, whether it's a complete overhaul or a government of targeted changes. The future seems uncertain. The real question is whether it will be a smooth transition or if we will be seeing some major twists and turns in the plot. And let's not forget about Iraq's new Country Partnership Framework, CPF, which is basically a 2-year plan to help the country build a more resilient and inclusive economy. Think of it as an economic makeover show, but with the more spreadsheets and fewer dramatic reveals. Now, there's a lot of talk about how Iraq might change under Trump's influence. We've got 3 potential scenarios: a complete removal of political elites, basically a total overhaul of Iraq's political system. It's like when you do a major declutter of your closet, but instead of clothes, it's your entire government. It's the most challenging option, but hey, who doesn't love a good makeover? Second, targeting headliners of the regime. This would be like targeting the least fashionable people in the room and telling them to update their wardrobe. It's more specific and less dramatic. Thirdly, revolutionary change. This one involves a lot of pressure, sanctions, and maybe a military intervention. Think of it as the extreme makeover version of political change. The outlook, the potential for significant political change in Iraq under Trump's influence could play out in various ways. Whether it's completely overhaul or targeted changes of the regime, such scenario presents challenges and opportunities for Iraq's future. My opinion, Iraq's potential future could be a real drama series. Will it be complete government makeover or just some styling tweaks? Either way, it seems like there's plenty of potential for change, but the real question is whether it will be a smooth transition or a total upheaval. Now, let's talk about another big issue: energy. The energy sector, especially gas, is undergoing major shifts in Iraq. Iraq is dealing with oil export laws, and tensions are rising between Baghdad and the Kurdistan region. It's like a never-ending episode of a political reality show, but with more oil and less drama. Meanwhile, Iraq's security situation is improving, which is great news for foreign investments and tourism. It's like when you finally clean your house and guests can actually come over without wondering if they'll be trapped under a pile of laundry. Iraq's energy sector is undergoing significant changes, and with improving security, foreign investments and tourism could rise. However, issues surrounding oil export laws and regional tensions could complicate things. My opinion, Iraq's energy sector is like the ultimate reality show, with high stakes, lots of drama, and plenty of room for unexpected plot twists. If Iraq can balance its international issues with internal investments, it could become a powerhouse. Let's just hope the fuel that they're using for this transformation isn't more political drama. And on that note, the RV is not happening this week. Speaking of security, the Central Bank of Iraq is stepping up its game, expanding financial services and introducing secure currency notes. I mean, who doesn't love a good security feature? It's like putting a fancy lock on your front door, but for money. And don't forget about Iraq's push for international accounting standards to attract investment. It's like when you decide to finally get your finances in order and start using a budget app. It's a start. Iraq, keep it up. The outlook, Iraq's improvements in security and financial services will help foster a more stable and attractive environment for investment. The push for international accounting standards could also help Iraq integrate more fully into the global economy. My opinion, Iraq's financial upgrades are promising. It's like the country is tidying up its books and making itself more appealing to international investors. Let's just hope this isn't the financial equivalent of buying the nicest locks of a house that still is a little shaky on the foundation. But hold on to your hats, things are getting even crazier. There's been a memo from the White House Budget Office calling for a halt on federal grants and loans. This could impact organizations like HIAS and the NGOs. I mean, it's like the government version of pulling a plug on a party. Will this lead to reduction in government funding for certain causes, or is it just a big game of financial musical chairs? Time will tell. The outlook, the potential halt on federal grants and loans could have significant impact on non-profit organizations reliant on government funding. This could lead to a shift in priorities or a financial scramble for affected groups. My opinion, pulling the plug on federal grants and loans feels like a bit of a disruption. It could lead to financial chaos, but maybe it's a necessary shake-up. Either way, it's one of those wait and see moments that could leave a lot of people holding their breath. And on Wednesday, Ondo Finance and XRP are teaming up to transform global markets. Ondo Finance is bringing its tokenized US Treasury funds to the XRP ledger. That's right, you can now access government bonds with stable coins. The future is here and it's weird, but hey, if this takes off, we might just see bond tokenization hit $300 billion by 2030. The outlook, Ondo Financial's partnership with XRP to bring tokenized US Treasury funds to the XRP ledger could revolutionize how we access government bonds. This could open the doors to a new way of investing, making it easier for everyone to get in on the action. My opinion, bond tokenization sounds like a financial revolution in the making. If this catches on, we might see the bond market become accessible as buying stocks online. Just imagine turning the US Treasury bonds into crypto. It's like blending the best of both financial worlds. Moving on to crypto.com. Crypto.com is delisting Tether. In Europe, it could have a significant impact on the stablecoin market. While this move aligns with the new EU regulations, it could lead to a shift in how traders use stablecoins. We might just see a rise in other stablecoins as traders adjust to the new rules. My opinion, Tether's delisting is like a hair-raising moment in the crypto world. Will it bounce back? Or is it the end of the road? Whatever happens is a sign that the stablecoin market is evolving and the crypto traders better buckle up for some changes. Gold industry is in trouble, big time. Strict import quotas means to fix the trade deficit have backfired, shrinking the market by 30%. Businesses are closing, goldsmiths are moving to Iraq and Dubai, and smuggling is skyrocketing. 50 tons a year. Prices are now $5,000 per kilo, higher than the global rates, and 25,000 jobs are at risk. If the government doesn't ease restrictions, Turkey's once thriving gold sector could melt away, literally. Vietnam's financial highlights, big wins and bold moves. Vietnam's electronics industry hit a record $126.5 billion in export, proof that the tech is driving the country's economy forward. Meanwhile, rice exports to Singapore and overall Vietnam-Singapore trade are at all-time highs, showing strong regional ties. On the green side, Vietnam is launching a carbon market, signaling a serious push for sustainability. In the auto world, Chinese cars are making a comeback, shaking up competition. And here's the big one. Vietnam is considering piloting a crypto exchange at financial hubs. If approved, This could put Vietnam on the map as a digital finance leader. The UK's financial outlook appears increasingly challenging, with major institutions facing tough decisions to stay afloat. The wave of job cuts at top universities like Cardiff and Durham underscores a deeper crisis in the higher education sector. Universities, traditionally seen as stable employers and economic contributors, are now struggling with funding shortfalls, declining international student numbers, and rising operational costs. While cost cutting measures may be necessary, slashing hundreds of jobs could weaken research output, student support services, and the overall quality of education. If the government doesn't step in with sustainable funding solutions, the long term reputation of the UK's universities could suffer. The financial struggles of local councils paint an equally concerning picture. With a staggering £140 billion debt crisis, many councils are resorting to sharp council tax hikes, placing further financial strain on households already grappling with the cost of living crisis. These tax increases, while necessary for balancing budgets, could fuel public frustration and widening inequality, particularly in the low-income regions. If left undressed, we could see an increase in the local service cuts, leading to reduced public transport, social care, and community projects, worsening the quality of life for many. Adding to the economic uncertainty, a dramatic rise in corporate financial distress signals deeper troubles ahead. A 50.2% increase in critical distress cases suggests that many businesses are struggling to recover from inflationary pressures, high borrowing costs, and sluggish consumer demand. If this trend continues, job loss and business closures may accelerate, further dampening economic growth. The outlook: the UK is turning to shit. The UK's economy is facing a storm of financial pressure across multiple sectors. Without targeted policy interventions such as increased public funding for universities, restructuring council finances, and business-friendly support measures, the country could see a prolonged period of economic stagnation. The government must act swiftly to prevent any downward spiral that could impact employment, education, and public services for years to come. And lastly, but definitely not least, Elon Musk is shaking things up again. Musk is reportedly exploring blockchain technology to improve government efficiency. This is like Elon Musk being the guy who shows up to the party with a robot waiter. You're not sure if it's a genius or something you'll regret, but you're intrigued. He's apparently talking about using digital ledgers to track federal spending, secure data, and streamline operations. It's like the government tech overhaul, but with more futuristic gadgets and fewer people yelling at each other in meetings. The outlook: Musk's exploration of blockchain to improve government efficiency could be revolutionary. If successful, it could streamline federal operations, reduce waste, and provide more transparency. However, whether the government is ready for such a radical shift remains to be seen. If Elon Musk brings blockchain to government, it could either be a genius move or an absolute disaster. But I'm all in for the ride. Imagine a government system that actually works efficiently and transparently. Sounds like a sci-fi dream, but Musk might just be the one to making it reality. The stablecoin market is evolving, and the crypto traders better buckle up for some changes. My final thoughts: what a week it's been. From tariffs to blockchain, from copper to crypto, the financial world is shaking things up like never before. Buckle up, because the future of finance is unpredictable, and who knows, maybe we'll all be tweeting our way to wealth one day. And remember, it's not about how much money you have, it's about how funny you sound talking about it. Have a great weekend, and may your financial jokes always land. For more insights in the world of cryptocurrencies, make sure you check out XRP Boys with Paul Brooker and Zach Zerfos. If you're interested in the latest updates on gold and silver, tune into the Gold Show with myself, Drew Demi, Paul Brooker, and the Goldbuster Boys, Adam and James. And you can find us on charlieward.com. Thanks for joining me, and I'll see you next week. Stay curious and keep exploring. Until next time, have a great weekend and bye-bye.
Hi guys, this is a personal message from me. If you see a video on Facebook, you are following an imposter. I am not on Facebook. I have not been on Facebook since June 2020 when they removed me. Please redirect to watch all of my videos at charlieward.com. All official social media links are on my website. We urge you to stop following fake channels. I will never message you in a video. I will never ask you for money. I will never message you privately. I will never contact you directly. I will never ask you to email any information directly. I will never sell you cryptocurrency or any currency or ask you to open a quantum financial system wallet. Please do not get caught by these scammers who are out there. I do not endorse other truthers so that an imposter can say that I've said this. I will not ask you directly or indirectly to open a quantum wallet. So please be careful. If you want to check out the validity of anything, contact us directly via our website at charlieward.com. There's a contact page there. We have a customer care team there to help you.
Financial system is under attack. The cracks are beginning to show as banks are being bailed out and hard-working people yet again are left to pick up the pieces. This is unacceptable. We were told that after the 2008 financial crash that measures were put in place so that this could not happen again. Personally, I don't want to risk my family's financial future to find out if that's true or not. Are you prepared? Do you have a plan? Can you weather the storm with confidence? Don't be at the back of the line. Act now. Visit goldbusters.co.uk and protect your family today.